546. I'm just right there, close to the Jasmine.
After I started, I'm like, this is my town. I'm here to stay, and I love it. I want to keep doing this for as long as I can.
I moved to Poland just to be on the fire department. That's how I started. I actually specifically moved to Poland to get an apartment here. And then I went from there. I started getting experience, and then the job opportunities started coming.
I was the first woman as a first responder and not a fireman. You know, here I am today, 15 years later, still rendering care, and I love every minute of it.
I always tell people this is like my golf. I mean, this is my golf.
It's something that I truly enjoy. I have a passion for. I'm fulfilling my dream.
To become a volunteer, first you have to have a big heart. You have to be willing to help your fellow residents in the community. You have to have a willingness to commit time. It takes time to become a volunteer and to remain a volunteer. What we do is risky. And so we expect our volunteers to be proficient and be safe, and the only way you do that through is education.
The nice thing about Poland is it is volunteer, and one of the things they really pay us well with is training opportunities.
I always said I would take our folks anywhere in the country because the way we train our folks are all the same training as a professional full-time fire department. As a chief officer, I can draw from their experiences, not just from fire, but from their experiences of what they do every day. I got plumbers, electricians, carpenters, so it's nice to have that experience. The first year is probably your hardest, toughest year because that's when we ask you to get all your schooling done and get the time in with our department.
Everybody refers to often the brotherhood or sisterhood. That's definitely a mantra that holds true.
My dad's been doing it for about 30 years, so I got into it just to kind of follow in the footsteps.
It's a family. It's a family, not just blood family that I have there, but even the other guys on the department. And there's another young woman on our department at 93. They're all family. We all look out for each other.
There's a family feel, I think, in the fire service because the idea that everybody's doing a risky business. I mean, it's not like joining your local PTA or your Little League. I mean, there's risk involved, and to do that, you have to watch out for each other. We want the Poland Fire Department to be a place where people want to be, where they feel loved and where they belong.
Nobody in this country pulls together like the fire service does. Nobody. I get emotional sometimes when I talk about our folks because it's another family for me. As you probably have heard in the past with all the folks, it's a family image we try to put here.
When I went to the hospital, not many people knew at first because I wasn't feeling very well, and found out. It was like, oh my God, wow. And so I started getting text messages, phone calls, and it was so overwhelming I couldn't even respond to all of them.
It's always been a close family. I mean, looking at our wedding, I mean, most of our wedding party was Poland firefighters.
Since we've had her as a mom aspect, it's so important to have the support from other people, of friends and family, and the department gives me just that.
We have a special commitment to the community, and it gives us pride. We're delivering a service not because people are being paid for it, but because they want to do it. It's a tight community. People take a great interest in what we do, what others do in the community, and it makes it special. It's neighbors looking out for neighbors.
Firefighter Sean Guy spotted a glow at the back of the house on the 3.
When I signed up to do this, I'm doing it because I love my community. People sign up for the military because they love their country. I signed up for this because I love my community. I want to, do everything I can to better it. When you dial 911, that's someone's last resort. That's their lifeline. They don't know what else to do. 911, we show up. That's where I, enjoy this, is being able to help, making a difference.
You leave home for an emergency call and you see someone, or like you essentially go to someone's house, they trust you to come into their house and help them in their greatest time of need. And having that trust between a complete stranger and being able to actually make a difference right there and then, whatever problem that they have is it's unbelievable.
I'd like to consider the Poland Fire Department to be a leader in our community. We're very active, not only with respect to responding to emergencies, but in social activities. We help host a number of events or co-host a number of events that benefit the residents that aren't necessarily traditional. And I think we take great pride in that interaction, helping neighbors not only in times of emergency, but in times of other needs.
It's not just for men. You can be a first responder, you can be a firefighter, you can go on and be an EMT and a medic. It's all out there for you to try. You can do whatever you want to do.
When you do something as great as joining a fire department, especially a volunteer one that just gives back to the community, and you're filling that hole with something that like you help other people with. So you're not just helping yourself, you're helping everyone around you, and it's just a fulfilling feeling. It's just, you can't even describe it. You feel complete.
It's often said that we're there on your worst day. We are exposed to people at the times that they have the greatest fears in their life. We are there when people are lives, their health, their property is at risk, and we make a difference. And it's something inside that you get rewarded that you can't duplicate. It's a feeling that when you're helping people in such an intimate way, that there's no other job that gives you that type of reward.
Great experience. Couldn't ask for a bunch of better folks, but I think you'll find a home here.